One of the biggest marketing challenges that any strategic marketing team faces online is called the technician trap. Now, we named it the technician trap because what happens is we get really good teams, really smart teams put together, and they're extremely good strategists. And on the flip side of strategy is the technician side. So the technician side will implement the strategy that the strategist creates. Now, a lot of times you have both in one single individual. They're a strategic technician. They'll build the strategy and then they'll execute and implement on it, which works really, really well for smaller companies and even for some bigger companies. But what happens is you sort of fall behind competitively with either your competitors or just as a company in general when you have both of those roles combined. Now, here's why. The strategists can spend their time creating good strategy. They can be learning more about the industry. They can be understanding algorithmic updates. They can be understanding a lot more about their skill sets and how to leverage the skills that they have or the resources that they have. And when they stop doing that, when they put a plan together and stop learning and continuously moving frontier, they start implementing that strategy. So then their time is lost and they may lose sight of that's really good future because they're building that future. And building that future, there's nothing wrong with that. That's something that we love to do and we need to do. It's a survival mechanism. We have to build. We have to be technical in that way. We have to assemble campaigns. We have to push projects through to get them live to continue the growth of the company or the initiative, right? But what happens is that strategists will end up focusing so much on the implementation that they don't get the time to come back out and kind of get a good view of the entire forest because they're looking at the one tree and helping that one tree grow. And I love that analogy, right? So seeing the forest or seeing the one tree, really popular analogy, right? But as a technician, when you fall into the technician trap as a strategist, it means that you spend more time implementing than strategizing. And when that happens, you can sometimes fall behind or you'll see a little revenue dip because you're busy building and you missed an opportunity, you missed a test, you missed an optimization opportunity, you missed a strategy that your competitors were able to pick up on and maximize and leverage. And that is, it definitely gives me, as a marketer, a little bit of FOMO, right? The fear of missing out. So be aware of that technician trap. Don't fall into it. One way to get out of it is to make sure that you're sourcing the implementation to other team members or if you're the sole team member, then make sure that you're carving out time to always come back and get a high-level view of the entire forest, of the entire ecosystem, if you will, to make sure that you're not missing out on everything. So be aware of that technician trap. It's another one of those big pitfalls of marketers and marketing leaders that they'll sometimes get down and in the trenches and forget to come back out. We call it the technician trap here at Gruntworkers, and now you know a little bit more about that pitfall, and hopefully you have generated a few ideas on how to avoid it. All right, until next time, I'll see you again soon.